Welcome everyone to this video where we're going to be looking at how you can improve your English accent with the help of the wonderful Michelle Obama. As you may know, Michelle was a lawyer before she joined the White House as the First Lady and went on to be very successful speaking, having her own brand, and writing some wonderful books as well after her time in the White House. So she is a really good example to look at as a legal professional, and we're going to go through one of her speeches. So, first of all, let's imagine a situation that you might have that you need, and I hear a lot of my clients say this, that you need to speak English in your work as a legal professional, whether that's in meetings, presentations, big, important speaking events, speaking situations. But you do not feel comfortable with your current accent in English, and you want to speak more clearly and naturally. So, what do you do? What is the solution? What can help you? So, the thing that can help you a lot, and this is what I work on with my clients, is to use the shadowing method to help you improve your English pronunciation. So, what is this? Well, if you know what a shadow is the what you cast, the dark shadow that you cast when there is light, when you're out in the sun. And that is basically what you're doing when you're using this method, that you are behind someone else when they're speaking. You're going to be shadowing or imitating or following them when they are speaking. So we're going to be following, shadowing, imitating Michelle Obama in one of her speeches. So shadowing, it's a very effective method to help you master English pronunciation in these areas, which are some of the main focus points for English pronunciation to help you improve your accent. We had the vowel and consonant sounds, intonation, also word and sentence stress that's included, that's kind of linked to intonation, and connected speech. And it involves listening to a speaker and repeating what they're saying directly after. And this method really helps you to develop a better ear for the language and to build muscle memory for correct pronunciation and intonation. So imagine you're doing these exercises in the gym. It's a bit like that. It's really training your mouth. It's training those physical parts of you in terms of communication in English. Remember that pronunciation and accent, it's a very physical thing, and we can't think about it. We need to actually do it. We need to actually produce and do exercises on it. That's why it's a really good way, this shadowing method, to improve. So now I'm going to take you to a speech, one of Michelle Obama's speech. So let me just stop my sharing and share with you a video. Okay. So this video is when there was the presidential election between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And yeah, so that was in 2016. So Michelle Obama made this speech in support of Hillary Clinton, and she's talking about Donald Trump in this part of the speech. Okay, so I'm going to play a few sentences, and the great thing about this video is you see the text very clearly. The captions, the subtitles are there. So you can read along. I just want you to read, really paying attention to the pronunciation. Okay.
This election, we have a candidate for president of the United States who, over the course of his lifetime, in the course of this campaign, has said things about women that are so shocking, so demeaning, that I simply will not repeat anything here today. And last week, we saw this candidate actually bragging about sexually assaulting women. And I can't believe that I'm saying that a candidate for president of the United States has bragged about sexually assaulting women.
Okay, so I just played about 30 seconds of this video. I'm going to stop it now. So in that excerpt of or clip of the video, we heard a few lines, and what you can normally do is stop sentence by sentence to repeat what she's saying. But I'm going to go into, and it's a bit difficult for me to do it on a video to repeat what she's saying line by line because of tech issues. There might be a bit of echo or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a PDF that I have prepared. And this is really what I do in my classes as well. I'm just going to show you now. Where is it? Yes. So yeah, this PDF has different things highlighted that I'm going to explain. And here we go. I'm going to just make myself a little bit smaller and the PDF a bit bigger. Okay, so let me show you. So here is a transcript of what she said. And I have highlighted some of the words, and I'm going to explain to you why I have highlighted them. The reason that I have highlighted it in yellow, so in this election, we have a candidate for president of the United States who, over the course of his lifetime and the course of this campaign, has said things about women that are so shocking. So, do you see why I've highlighted these words election, candidate, president, course, campaign, women, and shocking? So if you guess that it was sentence stress, you will be right. And you can see as well that all of these words are important to the sentence. They give it a lot of meaning. They're important for the content and meaning of the sentence. And that's exactly what is important when you um, choose, I suppose, as you speak, you do it naturally. But when you choose the words that you want to stress in the sentence, it can give it a different meaning. And she is really emphasizing the election, the candidate, the president, the campaign, the women. So it's not surprising the words that she stresses. And so when you are shadowing, when you are imitating Michelle, you can do the same stress, and it's going to make your delivery much clearer, much easier to understand. It's funny because you might have good pronunciation of the words, but if your stress is a little bit off, it can be hard for us to understand or follow you. Imagine if I said in this election we have a candidate for president of the United States who, over the course of his lifetime and the course of this campaign, has said things about women that are so shocking. Most of that I'm reading in a very monotone way, and I stressed maybe only one or two words there. It's very different to the way she delivers it and the way that you should shadow and imitate. In this election, we have a candidate for president of the United States. So that is the sentence stress. Now, I know it's not in the order, but let's go to what I had put in this little line here, the repeat. So I simply will not repeat anything here today. I simply will not repeat anything here today. You see here that, especially with the American accent, she drops the T. This is a type of connected speech. She doesn't want to pronounce the T at the end, and she drops it. So connected speech is how native speakers speak naturally when they drop certain sounds so that they can run the words together more easily, that they can say them in a more fast, natural way. So this is something to pay attention to if you want to improve your pronunciation and accent and also understand natives. So that's an interesting thing that she does there with repeat. Also, if we look at, so that's connected speech. And also if we looked at can't, and I can't believe that I'm saying that a candidate, so can't as well. Can't. I think she doesn't really pronounce the T there. Again, that's quite an American accent feature. So if you did want to go down the American accent route, if that was your preferred accent, you can start to model and pay attention to the way that Americans tend to say can't, can't. Um, Also, candidate, candidate, candidate. I see that some of my clients might want to pronounce candidate or candidate like that because it's logical. The ATE, you would think it's like date, candidate, but it's actually candidate, candidate. And that's because as native speakers, we're quite lazy and we don't like to pronounce every single syllable, every single vowel. So we have this kind of schwa sound, which is a lazy vowel sound in English. So the candidate, dut. And that is a feature of, you can say connected speech, but also the way that we pronounce vowel sounds. So things like chocolate, chocolate. I hear some people saying chocolate or chocolate. It's chocolate, chocolate. It's not chocolate. So that's very interesting as well. So candidate, candidate. Um, Now I just want to look at the word women, women. This is the plural form of woman. But you can see that the O here is actually pronounced I. You do I. So it's women, women. Another thing that you could also pay attention to with women is the stress. So you have with men, women. The stress is on the first syllable, women, women. And that's very important in English, especially for bigger words. Breaking down bigger words, let's take the word demeaning. Demeaning, demeaning, demeaning. So I think it's definitely on the second syllable. Demeaning, demeaning. And I will write it like that. That's how I will take notes to show that that the stress is on the second syllable of the word. So we've looked at word stress, which is the yellow words that I highlighted in each sentence. We've looked at sentence stress. That means what syllable is stressed in a word. And it can depend on whether it's a noun, whether it's a verb, whether it's an adjective. But I recommend that you just learn each word by word, and try, if you have difficulty, try to write down the stress of a word. Then with yeah, so that is word stress, sentence stress, and connected speech is the way that natives speak and connect the words together to sound more natural, to speak faster. And so we had an example there with repeat, repeat anything here today. So that is all. This is how you can really master your English pronunciation, by doing the shadowing method, by shadowing your favorite speaker, your favorite accent, and going sentence by sentence, really paying attention to these kinds of features. So I recommend, you take a few notes of this, come back to it. Maybe you can use the same speech or another similar speech, and yeah, that's all for today's video. And do check out my other videos. I have a few on well, I don't have a lot on pronunciation at the moment, but I hope to do more in the future. But I will link any videos that I do have, and you can definitely learn more about pronunciation and helping you to master your speaking clarity in my Fluent English Lawyer Accelerator. This is my 12-week individual coaching program that helps you with your English speaking fluency. And a big part of that is how you deliver your message, how you speak with a good English pronunciation and a good accent. So thank you for watching this video.